cats and kittens. I have to squat down here so everyone can see me. Second edition of Sarah Makes a Mess in the Kitchen. I have everybody on mute right now, so if you have a question, there is a chat function which you can use. I am using this skillety pot high-sided Le Creuset thing that has a lid, only because after I make the chicken, I'm going to go on the naan, which I've never made before, so I can at least keep this warm. Third of all, I'm cracking a drink because that's very important for cooking. I'm drinking a Loyal lemonade, which if you've never had one, I highly recommend them. Anyway, more truth time. So I have to like squat down. Jeez Louise. So the original recipe that I wanted to make, the person that posted it online reposted it and changed it, which is kind of annoying. So this recipe is kind of what the old one was, but it's not the same. So if you hear me kind of not doing what the recipe is, oh my God, go away. It's because I'm kind of going off what the old recipe was. So the old recipe was like, oh, you can use red bell pepper or broccoli, which is why I'm using red bell pepper. It had either chicken or vegetable broth in, which I'm not using, and it had cashews, which I really liked. So I'm probably going to throw cashews in at the end because I want to. At any rate, I am going to heat up some olive oil in my skillet here, pan, whatever the heck you want to call it. This is the last of our chicken that we have, so now we have to like go shake some people for chicken because we have no more chicken in our house. And no one has chicken, so that's cool. It's just chicken that has been chopped up into pieces. God bless my husband because he does this. I think it's really gross. I think what we call deity chicken is the grossest thing in the entire freaking world. So therefore, I make him do it, and I think it's gross. So wash my hands that are covered in chicken egg. And we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program. Once you put the chicken in the pot, you are going to season it with some salt and pepper, which is very important, which one of the things that we learned, we did a lot of Blue Apron meals for a while, which I know seems odd, but they actually were really helpful in just like stupid ways to learn how to do things. So one of the things they do is like salt and pepper the whole way, which are kind of just like, that seems like excessive amounts of salt and pepper. And then once you start doing it, you're like, oh no, that really adds to the flavor. So I just do a couple grinds of salt and a couple grinds of pepper. My pepper's a little gussed up. So you're gonna saute the chicken. In my house, chick chubs, as they are called. You know, we're very professional here, so we.
Sorry, I haven't been on my own.
Chick chubs, whatevs. They're not uniformly sized. Welcome to my life. It's fine. It'll all be fine. You just do you. This drink does require shaking before you drink it. I'm not just like being a lunatic and shaking things that don't need to be shaken. Hopefully those don't explode. Okay, good. So we're going to saute our chicken till it's like browned. You're gonna cook it in the sauce, so it doesn't necessarily have to be cooked all the way through, but you do want it to be, you know, cooked on the outside, I guess. I am a weirdo when it comes to chicken. I'm constantly convinced that I have not cooked it enough, which is always great because then I overcook the chicken. So let's just not talk about that. Anyway, let's see what else is new here. There's birds that have made a nest in our holiday wreath from Christmas. So we can't take that wreath down because there's birds that have made a nest in there. I have no idea what kind of birds. I think it's the same kind of birds that did the same sort of thing last year, which were eventually attacked by an owl. Or I think an owl, I don't know. James one day was like, I heard a really loud noise, and then we opened the door, and there were like dead baby birds all over the place. And I was like, well, way to go. Way to save the baby birds.
So we'll see what that is, although primary internet research tells me that there's some sort of house swallow or something. And for whatever reason, with house swallows, you can apparently just murder them because they are an invasive species. So I'm not going to do that because that seems mean, but apparently that's something you can do, just straight up murder invasive species of birds. So who knew? Not me. Am I wearing a Patriots Super Bowl t-shirt? I sure am. Should I probably be saving it somewhere? Probably. They're never going to win another Super Bowl. I can say that because my husband, the #1 Patriots fan, is not home right now. But if he was home, he'd probably be like, no, they're going to do it. They're not going to win another Super Bowl. It's totally fine. It's fine. You know what? Now his dad, who wants to be a season ticket holder, can get season tickets. It'll be much better for the rest of us because then, you know, whatever. And then James is like, ooh, great. We can watch two teams now. We can follow 2 teams. I don't want to follow 2 teams. Like, one team is enough. I don't need to follow the Patriots and Tampa Bay. That's like I don't have the space in my brain for that, to be completely honest. Anyway, in this pot, the chicken is still kind of cooking. I'm kind of just like mixing it around to feel like I'm doing something. You know, cook it on all sides, flip it over. I'm using this wooden spatula thing. I don't know, use whatever you want. You can use a wooden spatula, you could use a wooden spoon. This is an enamel pot, so I try not to use metal in here. Why you would use metal to cook chicken, I don't really know, but everyone kind of does their own thing, so it's fine. So after the chicken, see, I actually have to look at this recipe because, like I said, she changed it. Rude. Oh, apparently she wants me to be cooking this with curry powder. All right, I can do that. I mean, I already kind of cooked it, but it's fine. So it's still early in the process. Some people buy fancy curry powder. Do I buy fancy curry powder? I don't. I buy this Big Y brand curry powder. It's not expensive. It's fine. It does the trick. I tend to make a lot of things with curry. Not anything really crazy, and I know a lot of people are like, ew, curry's gross. But it, to me, it has a very warm smell, and I very much enjoy it. Now, my mom, who's not on this call, contends that curry is gross and that no one will eat it. But she makes this curry chicken salad, which I know she makes because I ate it at her house. So for her to be like, no one likes it, untrue. But my foray into cooking with curry is really not like crazy because I honestly, like, I have to find the right recipe. I do make some Indian food, but a lot of times it gets too spicy for me, which then just ends in sadness. James loves it. He thinks it's great. I don't like my mouth tasting like fire. That's just me. All right. This is really starting to saute up pretty nice. I am going to get a bowl to put the chicken in. Once it's done sauteing, it says a plate. I'm going to use a bowl. You know why? Because, you know, everyone's quarantined to their house and they can do whatever they want. So if you want to do a plate, do a plate. You want to use a bowl? Use a bowl. I don't care. You do you. There's still a couple more pieces here that I want to cook. After that comes out, we are going to put in coconut oil, which I didn't use. I'll use olive oil. You know why? Because I wanted to. And then it wants us to do a shallot, ginger, and garlic. So 2 things. Number 1, you could grate ginger. You can do that. Or you can buy this ginger paste, which is great because it just sits in your refrigerator until you need it. So ginger paste. Could you grate ginger? Sure. But then you'd have to go to the store and buy ginger. And I went to the store and it was a nightmare. And I never want to go again. Because I will kill myself. The chicken, did I cut the chicken into cubes? Yes, I did. It's in little chickeny bits. You probably can't see it because I picked a yellow plate. But yes, the chicken is, as we call it in my house, chubbed. It has been chubbed. Everyone likes some good old-fashioned chick chubs. This is a ton of chicken. I have no idea. I would assume it was a pound, but now as I'm pulling this out of here, I'm like, God, seems like a lot. That's what you get when you find the last bag of chicken frozen in your freezer. As I said last week, we did a freezer clean out. Super cool. James isn't allowed to go to the grocery store by himself anymore. And you know what else? Okay. So now I'm gonna put some more olive oil in this pan. She says coconut oil. You can do coconut oil. I'm doing olive oil because that's what I feel like. I minced up the shallot. It's real small. That's going in there. Goodbye. And then she wants ginger, which is, oh no, we're gonna cook this till it's tender. Is this enough shallot? I honestly have no idea. I didn't really measure it. The first shallot I felt like was too small, and then the second one I felt like was not the right size. So whatever. The original recipe called for a red onion, which I kind of like more in an effort to actually do what I'm saying that I'm doing. I used the shallot. However, looking back on this again, I'd probably do the red onion. I think it adds a nicer taste, but that's me. But like I said, the store was really picked over. There wasn't a lot of stuff there, so shallots are shallots. It's fine. What did I already put in? No, so I put in some curry in with the chicken because that's what it said to put a teaspoon in there. If you didn't, it's so not a big deal. You can just put it all in when you add the coconut milk. It's not a problem. That's what the original recipe calls for. So it either is fine. It really is fine. All right, so now I'm going to add ginger and garlic. I already cut up my ginger, or my garlic, I should say. And I'm just gonna squeeze a bunch of this ginger in. Half teaspoon grated ginger. I'm not really gonna measure it. I'm just gonna, oh my God, it's even brand new. I'm not really even gonna pay attention. I'm just gonna squeeze some in there. And we're gonna say that's what a half teaspoon looks like. You're just gonna kind of stir it around. And all the flavors become delicious. It should smell really nice in your house right now, like garlic and ginger and shallots. And you're gonna have a lot of brown stuff at the bottom of your pan, which is known as frond. And we love frond. It is delicious. Concerning coconut milk, I use reduced fat coconut milk. Why? I just like it more. You do, regardless of what kind of coconut milk you use, want to give it a really good stir, or shake, I should say, because the coconut like fat sits on the top, and the coconut milk just like is separated and weird. So give it a good stir. I already washed out my can because I am that kind of a weirdo. And you're gonna pop it open and just dump the whole can in there. Oh, maybe I didn't stir it enough. Welcome to my life. Son of a nutcracker. Yeah, that's stuck in there, which is fine because I'll just slap it until it comes out. Told you, we make a mess here. Ooh, see, this is why we shake, so you don't get this. I would say bucket of yuck, but it's really not a bucket. Shit. It's fine. It's all fine. So now I have like my coconut milk kind of in two parts. It'll melt down. It'll be fine. That's what we're gonna say. It'll be fine. So now she wants turmeric powder, curry powder, salt and pepper. Easy enough. Turmeric we just buy Trader Joe's brand. It's pretty good. James uses a lot in his smoothies or in his oatmeal. I know there's a lot of people who put it in things because it has anti-inflammatory properties. Is that true? I don't know. We're gonna find out. And a tablespoon of curry. I don't feel like yellow curry has a ton of spice to it. That is my opinion. So we're just gonna shake this around in here. It's gonna be great. Make a mess, don't make a mess. You do you. Salt and pepper. Last bit of it. Your house should now smell like a delightful coconut. For a really long time, I mean, still, like, I don't love the flavor of coconut, but I like the way coconut smells, which is probably kind of odd. But it's still pretty good. Okay. So at this point, I think I'm just gonna go back to this dumb recipe that I really liked, which I am going to put in red bell pepper, which I already chopped up. I think now reading this recipe, I don't really like the way she did this. I would probably go back and have sauteed the bell pepper, but you know, whatever. I'm just gonna take the best of both of these recipes and combine it into one super recipe, but I couldn't give you all the good recipes, so this is what we're getting. She wants you to kind of simmer the red bell pepper in here. I'm also gonna put my chicken back in, because like I said, I'm a chicken weirdo, and it should probably be fine. One of my friends who actually is watching this call is an actual person who cooks. That is her job. So I'm sure she's horrified, but sorry, Tessa. So now I have in this pot my chicken, my red bell pepper, my mixture of coconut milk with the curry in it, and it's just gonna kind of hang out here and it's gonna simmer. So as it simmers, it's gonna get a little bit thicker because right now the sauce is really watery. It is not looking lovely, but we're gonna let it cook and it'll thicken up, which will be really nice. Good thing about this meal, comes together super fast, which is always nice. So it's a really easy meal to make, you know, when you come home from work. If you're lucky enough to have an assistant of some kind who will chop things for you, you can really get it done quickly because you can make them chop things up for you while you are doing other things. Tessa, don't worry about overcooking the chicken. Thank you, Tessa. I probably will. So, other story about Tessa. When Tessa and her husband came to visit us in November, I don't know, got a death illness from James, which I then promptly gave to Tessa and her husband, or I gave it to Tessa and Tessa gave it to her husband. But all of us were sick for like a month. It was awful, and I still feel bad about that. But my sickness turned into a sinus infection, and then it turned into an ear infection. So it was like I was a toddler because I had to go to the doctor, and I was like, my ear hurts. I don't feel good. And, you know, there's nothing like being an adult lady and crying about your ear hurting and being on a plane, because we went to Florida in between those 2 times, and, you know, being like, ow, and your husband being like, it's fine. And then also you wonder, like, what if I never hear again? Because, you know, I have thoughts like that. All right, so in this pot, God, this is mostly just me prattling on. In this pot, I'm also scraping the bottom of the pot, which is where all the delicious bits are. That's where the frond is. You want those delicious bits. It is definitely how you get the most deliciousness in there. Also, when you go to clean the pot, you don't have to clean it so hard because you've already scraped off all the delicious bits. So mine right now is kind of simmering, not quite. It's still super watery, so you're just gonna let it go. Personally, I just kind of let it simmer away until the sauce is the thickness that I would like. In a typical day, if I was making this just for a typical dinner, I would not be making naan. That would be out of my wheelhouse. But there's no rice in the entire world anymore, so it actually works out. Normally, this is something we would just have with rice. rice, which at this point, once I kind of had this simmering, is when I would cook some rice. But there's no rice. So I don't know who these people are that bought all the rice, but there is no rice. So you do what you can with what you got, which is why I am making naan. So my dough for the naan, you can call it dough, I guess, is not a yeasted dough, but it does have baking powder and baking soda, which, again, I'm not like a scientist, a food scientist person, but those are baking powder, at least, is a leavening agent, to the best of my knowledge. So it should rise. So it is in my bottom oven here, which I put on warm to let it kind of rise a little bit. And then once we're done with this meeting, because of Zoom, the way Zoom cuts meetings off, I'll start a new meeting where I make the naan, which if you want to make naan, you can make naan. If you don't want to make naan, you don't have to make naan. Maybe you have naan in your freezer. Maybe you're eating rice. Maybe you're one of those people that got rice I couldn't get. Whatever. Oh, will they not cut me off? They'll stop. You know what they will, Megan? They will stop recording. So then no one will see it on YouTube. I mean, no one's watching it on YouTube, but no one will see it on YouTube. So, you know, and obviously this needs to be recorded for posterity's sake, because people obviously need to see me slop coconut milk everywhere. That seems important, I think, to the well-being of society. Also because, you know, one day when 2020 is but a speck in our rear view, we'll obviously want to watch this and see what's going on, and not remember the garbage times that we live in now, which are, you know, not leaving your house. Maybe you're unemployed like me. Let's see, working out in your garage, doing CrossFit workouts in your garage, and having your neighbors kind of look at you funny because you're like listening to loud music that kind of has a lot of curse words in it, and you look like you don't know what you're doing because you look like maybe you're like a 15-year-old boy who's just like pumping weights and stuff, and also engaging in some like weird self-talk, which I'm really glad that no one that I mute myself on the CrossFit workouts, because I have some real weird self-talk going on, which I think when I'm at the gym I don't do, but when I'm here by myself, I definitely have odd conversations with myself. And I also shit talk the dog because he deserves a little bit of shit talk. Yesterday he was lying in the driveway, so when I was running up and down it, I could like hop over him as an extra, you know, fun friend. All right, so mine is still simmering away here. It's reduced a little bit, but the sauce is still straight up watery. So, like I said, I'm gonna let it go. If you really want to accelerate your cooking time, you can just kind of put this lid on. Now, my lid has these two little grooves in it, which is nice because then I can also leave the little groove sides open, so it just kind of cooks along. But I won't be doing that because I'll be sitting here for a while, so it's fine. It can just do what it's doing while I wait for it to thicken up, and that's it. As I get closer to the end of this recipe, I will put in some lime juice. Do I have a lime? Yes, I have a lime, but the lime is going in a drink. It does not go in my food because limes are really expensive right now. So I'll just put in lime juice, which this is weird lime juice. This is why we don't send our husbands to the store. And I'll also be throwing in some cashews, which I was really feeling bougie when I bought these, because these are whole cashews, which they generally charge you more for. Usually I end up buying bits and pieces cashews because I'm not that ritzy, but those are from Aldi, so I can get crazy and buy whole cashews. Also, may I recommend buying cashews in the bulk bin at your grocery store, which is really great because cashews are extremely expensive. And ain't got time for that. Don't have time for expensive cashews. We use them a lot in chicken salads. I guess we did a lot of chicken salad here. So it actually works out pretty well to bulk buy cashews. And then you don't have to rough chop them because they're already little dumb pieces. It's great. This loyal lemonade, by the way, in addition to being delicious, was also 9%. So that was probably a poor choice. But last week I started at 4, so this week starting an hour later at least is probably a little bit better for me. Yeah. So I also kicked the dog outside, so he can't be in here barking around, sniffing around, looking for food, as if he doesn't have full food in his bowl. So anyway, so I might put a little more salt and pepper in this, just because that's how I roll. You can probably smell this right now. It smells like delicious curry. You can, like I said, eat it over rice, which generally is how we would do it. I'm gonna make the naan, which I've never made before. So that could be a disaster, or it could be amazing. I don't know. So while I'm making the naan, I'm just gonna let this simmer over here. I actually might switch burners just because this is the bigger burner. It's also a meme that contends that everybody has a favorite burner, which I definitely do. It's the front right burner is my favorite burner. Yeah, that's it. So, you know, TLDR about this recipe. Use chicken. I've never done it with any other kind of protein. You probably could, but I mean, why? As for veggies, you can probably use whatever kind you want. So, like I said, I use red bell pepper. You can use broccoli. If you had an Asian mix, you could probably use like an Asian mix of some kind. You know, coconut milk is the thing you use. You know, you don't have to get fancy. Buy the reduced fat. Who cares? And buy the squeezed ginger, because then it doesn't matter if you have it on hand or not. They also make these little frozen ginger things that you can just like pop out, almost like an ice cube tray. Those are pretty good too. I don't think I have any of those though. You would think I just cleaned out my freezer. I would know. I don't. So, like I said, gonna let this keep going. I'm gonna get my next station set up for making naan, and we're gonna see how that disaster turns out. So, thank you everybody. I'm gonna see how much total curry. So it was a teaspoon plus a tablespoon of total curry. So that should be fine. I mean, I don't, you know, like when you look at curry, it's not spices, turmeric, ginger. It's not going to be spicy. I mean, I think if you wanted it to be spicy, you could add like some cayenne to kind of give it heat. She also, in the recipe, says to put, Jody, that looks fantastic, to put in sugar, which I've never done. I've never done like agave or anything like that, and I've never had an issue with it. I personally think it is, but obviously you can try it and see, you know, if you want to go a little bit spicy, like I said, cayenne. If you feel like it needs to be sweeter, you could do, she said agave. You could probably use honey if you wanted to, or what did she say? What kind of wacky? Coconut sugar. Yeah, sure don't have coconut sugar. But I've always found this recipe kind of as is, that it's pretty good. So that's that on the lick your plate coconut chicken curry. Right before I serve, I'll probably do a few squirts of lime juice, and probably like a generous sort of handful of cashews, give it a stir, kind of just gives it a nice crunch. And that's about it. So I set up the next meeting for 5:45 because I had no idea how long this would take. And I guess we'll just stick with that. So I'm going to get my shizzle together for the next meeting. And thank you guys for joining. And I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Bye, everybody.